Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. AMP news just keeps coming. Flexa officially partners with BancoAgricola, which broke yesterday after I made my video, so it didn't make it in. But the ramifications of this are big, big, big. Panama introduces legislation to make Bitcoin legal tender. Ukraine's parliament has adopted a new law that legalizes and regulates cryptocurrency and other virtual assets like tokens, waiting on the president's signature for that one to go into effect. And NASA's Perseverance rover takes important step in hunt for alien life. That last one has nothing whatsoever to do with crypto unless said alien life has already adopted it as legal tender. But we all spend so much time focused on crypto, it's fun to mention that there is life outside of the bubble. AMP is holding steady at a nickelish. Alternative staking pools are filling up fast based on the staking percentages, which is a pretty clear indication of where the capital is needed. And the AMP soldier marches steadily on towards its destiny of enabling borderless, secure, fraud-proof transactions in any currency. We are going to be taking these top stories apart today, right after this. All right, so let's start with the BancoAgricola partnership with Flexa. All of the rest of this video is pure speculation on my part, and as I am an AMP investor, take anything I say with a grain of salt, but I like to think I have called things fairly when I am discussing AMP, and I definitely get the business when I speak negatively about it in any fashion, but that's not really a crypto thing, that's a human nature thing. I endure in the interest of fairness. I have been wargaming why this partnership is so much bigger than folks are representing it if they are discussing it at all. You have to consider the landscape of El Salvador when you take this one apart a bit. First bite is that a company that uses crypto, Flexa, just partnered with what is unofficially the national bank of an entire country. Love it or hate it, big banks and governments are pretty well connected at the hip in regards to commerce in said countries. And commerce is what makes the country work or not work. If commerce is good, safe, fair, the country grows. If roadblocks are put up, the economy stagnates. This is not conjecture. This is historical fact. And while many countries in the world are finding ways to get more involved and track their citizens' spending, looking right at you, ACH, El Salvador just put in an express lane with no ID required. We do not talk about the anonymity element of crypto enough. And if there is one thing that Flexa prides itself on, it's privacy. So the fact that BancoAgricola just partnered with Flexa suggests to me that the country is trying a new method in business. While the world clamps down, El Salvador just opened up. I think the implications of this are staggering. And the next bit is some wild speculation, please indulge me. But the fact that Flexa can process anything, any digital transaction, I don't think it's a stretch to see Flexa becoming the one-stop shop for all of the country's digital payments. I know very well that Flexa said they have no intention of going after plastic credit cards. But the fact that they can, opens up a world of possibilities to me. Flexa might not be going after them, but BancoAgricola is already in them. Food for thought. Proof of concept has been achieved here, folks. The rail works. And El Salvador is going to be a model for the rest of the world if they do this right. For the time being, I'm going to give a pass, complete pass, to the PR element of Flexa. They need to be investing all of their time right here in El Salvador, all of their manpower. keep it growing, keep it functional. And you don't have to sell your product anymore. The world will come to you. Speaking of which, Panama introduces legislation and Ukraine already passed it, which will make crypto legal currency in their countries. Now, Ukraine did pass it through Parliament, but the president hasn't signed it yet. It's not law. But you know what? It was almost unanimous. It's looking good. Now, Panama is only talking Bitcoin, but Ukraine is more generalized and talking digital assets. That's anything. Panama is still in the discussion phase. Ukraine is just waiting for the president. We have discussed this on my show. I was very vocal about Flexa being where they are wanted and not trying to batter down a door in the U.S. that even the majority of the citizens don't care about or are vocally opposed to. Flexa did the right thing, and it was everything I wished for. As I just mentioned above, the proof of concept has been achieved in El Salvador, and now that we see the dominoes lining up, it's not a stretch to imagine them becoming the one-stop shop for these new countries that are embracing digital assets as currency. Now, here's some more wild speculation on my part. You ready? Ask yourself, who else can do it the way Flexa can do it? They don't need to develop their product for 2 more years to make it ready for integration anywhere. They are ready right now. They have shown that they are ready now. Panama, it'll work. Ukraine, it'll work right now. If Panama goes, and I believe they will, the remainder of Central and South America will start taking a good long look at alternative currencies. If Ukraine signs it, Eastern Europe will start taking a good hard look at alternative currencies. Hugely speculative, I know. I get it. But once these pieces start falling into place, and they are lining up to do just that, the game changes for the better, for the world. People are loath to change. They fight it. They always have. Computers, too expensive for mass adoption. Cars will never replace the horse and buggy. Makeup is just a fad. Cell phones cause cancer. Every step along the road of technological revolution has been fought tooth and nail by those that refuse to accept that there is a better way of doing business, of living their lives in privacy. Non-fiat digital currency is a better way. AMP folks were wetting themselves over Sheetz gas stations. I know I was. I made a very special video about it. But instead of another chain store, you got El Salvador. Soon you will get Central America, then South America, then Europe. It's happening. For the tokens I mentioned yesterday, my phone just went off. I'm so sorry about that. For the tokens I mentioned yesterday for the bumps, Ren answered to the tune of 13% up at the time of this video, and Cody is up 10%. Scale, pretty flat. Pretty flat. I was expecting some movement. We didn't get it. Alchemy continues its downward trend, and New Cipher corrected a bit down 3%. My hotness for today, keep an eye on Phantom. There's something about it, man. Just keep your eye on Phantom. Civic, I think, has a little bit more runway in it. ADA is always a solid choice. And my wild card today is going to be BAT. But I own a lot of BAT, so take that one with a grain of salt. The whole market, it's feeling a little bit sketchy right now. So I would advise caution, but this is not financial advice. All right, that's all I got for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed. For the Empire, price still moves on usage, and this is all still very new. Gird your loins and keep your eyes on the world news, not the crypto news, if you want to see when it's going to pop. I'll be back tomorrow with an AMP update if anything groovy happens today. And you know what? If not, I think I'm going to do a discovery video. I've been getting a lot of requests, so I'm probably going to put one out. Live stream on Thursdays and member streams on Saturday, 1900 Central for both of them. That's it, guys. Cheers.